Alrighty, just about 4 o'clock right now on KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. It is Saturday afternoon, and at 4 o'clock we do one thing. It's called Open Mic Radio. We're going to get it rolling right now with one from our featured artist today. This is Laika. All right, welcome to the program. It is Open Mic Radio, and you're listening to it here Saturday, May the 27th, and we got a great show planned for you, so I'm glad you're here with us, okay? We do this most every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m., live music and interviews with some of Missouri's finest musicians and bands. My name is Mike Hagan, and I am not joined, as usual, by kind Kurt, providing the theme music and camaraderie, but we'll be back with Kurt next week. He's down in the Ozark land with his sweet daughter. So anyway, yes, we do. We feature awesome local regional music and the artists who create it. And by the way, since Kurt's not here, we will say, hello, Lake Ozark. All right, another lovely spring weekend in the middle of this here Show Me State. Always a lot to do in the Columbia area, so I hope you're finding ways to enjoy some of it. Last night was a Friday, always busy downtown. I mean, downtown's crazy anymore. It's always so busy down there. Parking is just ridiculous, but small price to pay to have a nice, cool town to hang out in, right? Okay, anyway, hope you're having fun out there. Okay, we'll open the phone lines. You can tell us what's happening and if you got something going on, if you want to share something with us. Okay, we'll do that. 573-443-8255, 573-443-7380. All right, those are the numbers that'll get you right here into the studio with me. All right, I am definitely looking forward to the show this afternoon. We've got Laika with us in the studio. We're going to chat with them. They're going to play some new songs for us and for you all. We're also going to visit with the guys from Concannon and hear a couple tracks from them. They are playing tonight, along with a few other bands at Rose for the Mid-Mo Rock Collective. If you've never heard Concannon, check them out. They're a group of young musicians, and if you like sort of 90s era grunge style Seattle rock and roll, they're right up your alley. A lot of fun stuff coming from those young men, and they're going to do it up tonight at Rose with a bunch of other really good bands as well. So, all right, I got Memphis here in the house. We got Clark here, and we're going to take your phone calls and see who else might drop by and say hi. You never know around here. So there you have it, okay? Great to have you with us. If you want to be a part of it, give us a ring, 573-443-8255, 573-443-7380. And great to have you with us, okay? Otherwise, we're just going to hear some great music like we do every week here on Open Mic Radio, okay? At some point, we'll try to do a rundown of some of the things that are happening around town tonight, maybe tomorrow, later in the week. I know Ped Jam's going on. Bunch of good music out there in Rocheport and Boonville tonight and tomorrow and earlier today, actually, all along that route. That's such a cool thing, the Peddlers Jamboree. Memphis, are you familiar? Yeah. Anyway, also, I'll obviously, Blue Note, Rose, all that stuff. We'll see what's happening down by the river and whatever else you got going, okay? All right, a couple more things, and we'll get to the music. Last week, we had a super fun show with the Onions playing live with us here at the station. We also had a nice phone conversation with David Wax. Both David Wax Museum and the Onions performed a magnificent show at the Blue Note last Saturday night. Hope you made that one. It was awesome. And, yeah, big thanks to those guys, right? Also, thanks to Peter Rabbit, grooving on the one mic since 2 o'clock. Before that, Morgan and a Motherland Jam. We take over till 6 o'clock. Hang around afterwards. Ross Shumba and a reggae party. Come on. We need some help there. Reggae party coming at you from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock. And check out Chris from 8 to 11 with Blues on Broadway. Awesome music all evening, all night long here on KOPN. Keep it dialed in, all right? 89.5 on your FM dial. And we're streaming on the web at kopn.org. All right, the website for me, MikeHagan.com, if you want to get the podcast. That way you won't miss any of these shows, all right? And they're I should say, I shouldn't say that because I've been lax in getting the last 2 podcasts up. There's like 2 shows that I haven't even got up there yet. So, but quickly we'll say hello and welcome to Open Mic Radio. Who's this?
Hi, this is Clarissa.
Hi, Clarissa. What's going on?
I'm actually listening from Utah, and I am so interested in the band Laika. They just came on my Explore page one day because they posted like a Midsommar clip that I just thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
And I keep commenting on their post to like come to Utah, and they haven't come yet, and I'm like really offended about that.
Well, they don't have headphones on right now, so they can't hear what you're saying. But I'm going to relay the message. Hey, Laika, we got a phone call from a fan from Utah, and they really want to have a show out there. So, well, I'll make sure that they know that. And I appreciate you calling and taking the time to listen to the program this afternoon.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's all I had to say. Can't wait to hear the rest of the show.
Yeah, we'll let them rock out. Stick around because around 5 o'clock. Put on I'm going to have Rachel put on a set of headphones here, and she can say hi to you as well. Rachel, we have a listener from Utah who's been following you in some way, shape, or form online, and she wants you to come and play in Utah. So,
do you have anywhere we can play in Utah? We're on the way if you do.
Oh, really? I have like so many venues. My girlfriend's in like 2 bands, but yeah, we'll hook you up.
DM us, and we're there.
Okay, that's awesome.
Thanks for listening. That's really cool.
Yeah, thanks for posting a funny ad for one of your shows with a Midsommar.
Oh, that's how you found out? That's awesome.
I could not stop laughing about that for like 2 days straight.
Well, we were really mad because that's like our #1 viewed video. It's got like 30K views now, and it's literally nothing to do with us. It's just for some random house party. But that's really awesome that reached you. Thank you so much for continuing to listen.
What kind of music
scene?
Of course. What kind of music scene you got there in Utah? What part of Utah are you in, by the way?
I'm right by Salt Lake.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We have a pretty good punk scene out here. And just like indie we just have a lot of good things going on. We got a lot of venues, and everybody here is like really invested in the local scene and seeing the bands here succeed, and that's a really amazing thing about us.
Well, I like Utah. I haven't been there for a long time, but I used to be in the snowboard business, and I'd come out there for these snowboard trade shows, and we'd hang out at like, Sunlight and I don't know, whatever the damn names of the places are. I forget now. But I really enjoyed my time there. So anyway, appreciate you calling again, and hang around 5 o'clock. We're going to let the band loose, and they're going to play probably a 30 or 40-minute set, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Take care. Thanks again for calling.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, once again, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. We've got fans all over the country calling for Laika today. Pretty impressive. I love it, you guys. So let's see. What was I going to say? Yeah, we do have Laika in the station, in the studio with us. We're going to get them to play another song, and then I'll let them take a little bit of a break. We'll talk to Concannon for a few minutes, and then we'll get back to Laika and some live music, okay? All right, that's what we're doing. It's this afternoon. Afternoon. It is the afternoon always, right? Afternoon, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. And once again, Laika in the house with us. Find us on the web at kopn.org. We'll give these guys a minute just to get set up. Clark, give me the go-ahead when they're ready, if you don't mind. And yeah, thank you all for listening this afternoon. Hope you're going to stick around for Rosh Hashanah and a reggae party after this program, but we still got a good hour and a half, hour and 40 to go here, and we're going to give you some rock and roll this afternoon, okay? It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. If you want to get the podcast, go to my site. It's Mike Hagan, MikeHagan, MikeHagan.com, and just click on the Open Mic Radio button, and you can subscribe to the podcast, and then you can have these radio programs show up in your podcast players like magic every time I decide to put one up. All right. So, okay. Once again, the phone number, 573-443-8255, 573-443-7380. And without further delay, we'll get you back to some music here from Laika, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. It's Open Mic Radio. Anytime y'all ready. right, there you go. Awesome stuff from Laika. And let me get my headphones on there. Yeah, you're listening to it here. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. More from Laika in just a short bit here, but we're going to change gears for a few minutes and say welcome to our friends from the band Concannon. I got Kai and Jake and Brody.
Hello.
Becoming like old friends here at the radio station. Good to see you, young men. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Good to see you.
What's the latest?
Nothing much. We've just...
Making music, I know that.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been listening to your record. You gave me a copy of your record released only recently. What's it called? Distortion. And it's out there available on most of the streaming platforms if you want to check them out. It's Concannon, Concannon. And the new record is called Distortion. But I've listened to it a few times since you gave it to me a month or two ago. And congratulations. You guys have done a great job. And I really love watching your progression as young men and as musicians. You got a big fun thing happening tonight, right?
Yeah. Rose Music Hall.
Rose Music Hall. It's the Mid-Mo Rock Collective.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on the bill with a few other bands, is that right?
Yeah.
My Twins and Conman Economy.
You have twins?
No.
All right, so it's My Twins, Conman Economy, and Concannon.
Yep.
All right.
We're opening.
You guys are opening. Okay, 7 o'clock doors, 8 o'clock show, I think?
Yes.
All right. So, tell me what's been happening in your lives since you released this album. I mean, you've played a number of pretty big shows. I know you had a show at Rose a couple months ago before when you were on the program, but I know you've also done some things in your hometown, and you're getting some attention from some folks out there. Just give us a little update on what's happening with the band.
It's been really great since we've released it. We've gotten a ton of shows. We're booked up all the way to October.
Fantastic.
Already had a couple shows since it's been released.
Most of these are local, regional shows, and you're talking like just around here in mid-Missouri for sure, right?
Yeah, Missouri.
Okay, fantastic.
And we have like 4 shows coming up.
Let's hear them.
June 3rd at Park Hills Underground, which is south of St. Louis.
That's June 3rd. That's a week from today, right? Yeah. Week from today, next Saturday.
Yeah.
Where's that show?
Park Hills Underground show, which is south of St. Louis and Park Hills, Missouri.
Wow, cool. That'll be a great show. What's the venue?
It's Park Hills Underground. That's the
I'm
venue.
sorry. Yeah, you mentioned that. Okay. So no wonder I'm not familiar with it. It's underground. No one knows about it. It's like PDM here in town or something like that.
Yeah, and we're playing that show with Rust Belt and MKP.
Okay. All right. What do you got after that?
And then we have like an online show through like Facebook Live that we're doing. And we're also going to have a crowd, and we might shoot a music video. It's going to be at my house.
So you guys will actually do a live performance at your place and then live stream it as well.
Yeah.
That's cool because I like having. I don't mind the live stream as long as it's an actual live performance where there's actually people enjoying the show.
Yeah.
I think that during the whole COVID experiment, that was one of the things that didn't really pan out. Live music without a crowd just doesn't quite work. You really can't. You really can't move that online. But if you got a band or if you've got a crowd in the house and you're filming from there, I think that's really cool. Yeah. And so you're thinking about doing a video, maybe?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Is there a particular song that you guys want to shoot your first video for?
Distortion.
Yeah, the self-titled song.
The title track?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we got a few minutes. Let's play one, and then we'll come back and chat for a couple more. Which I'll let you guys pick. What do you want to hear from the new record?
Terrified.
Terrified. All right. Sounds like a common emotion these days on planet Earth. All right. So we're not terrified here at KOPN. I'll tell you that much. We're just having a good time and enjoying great music. All right. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. We've got Concannon with us in the studio this afternoon. They're playing a show tonight at Rose Music Hall. Doors at 7, 8 o'clock show. Opening up for Conman Economy and My Twins. I know Conman Economy. What do you know about My Twins?
We don't know much about them.
It's our first show.
Are they
first
local?
show with them.
They're local as well, I wonder? Yeah, Bobby's saying yes. Okay. All right, well, sounds like a fun time tonight. In the meantime, here's a sample of what you might hear tonight from Concannon. This is from their new release called Distortion. It's a song that is called Terrified. Back in a few minutes. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
We know
Oh, yeah. I love it.
That was amazing.
That is awesome, you guys. Fantastic. Now, it turns out that you've been actually pretty humble in the first few minutes of the show here, because I was just talking to Bobby, who's kind of the band's manager, I guess we'll call him. But they've been playing your songs all over the place. You've had your song played in England and in Australia, and you actually have a video that's being rotated on the Diffuse network, which is a Roku, a project of Roku TV. Now that, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of like old school MTV, right? Where they're just showing kind of like videos of...
My dad just has it playing in the house, like...
I love it. I think that's great. I think that is fantastic. All right, so any surprises for the show? Are you guys working on new music? Let's talk quickly, Kai, about writing and what the summer is going to bring for you guys as far as new music.
I think
It's definitely like we're heading in a new direction of music. It's very different than the first record.
Okay.
But we've just been experimenting, and we're going to keep trying to find our sound.
Very good, yeah. What's give me an idea of which way you're kind of leaning.
progressive, more like odd time stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And like different, like kind of like almost an indie genre in one of our songs.
Yeah, okay, cool. Any plans to change the makeup of the band? Still just going to be the three of you guys for now? No additional members on the horizon or anything like that?
We like the three of us.
I like the three-piece too. That's good. That's good. Okay. You mentioned some shows that you have coming up. Actually, we know you're playing tonight, but then you got another show next weekend. Let's go through those one more time. The June 3rd show, you talked about. What's coming up after that?
June 17th, first online show on
Oh,
Facebook
that's right,
Live.
the online show, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And then what's after that?
Saturday, June 24th, live at Melba Theater in Houston, Missouri.
Whoa, all right. That's what I'm not familiar. Where's Houston, Missouri?
South.
Way south?
South.
Yeah.
Cool. Melba.
Yeah.
Maybe they have toast, Melba toast there at the show for free for all the all the Concannon fans. I'm kidding. They're like, what the hell is Melba toast? There's a band name, by the way. I think we should start a band project.
And then after that show, we have a month break, and then after that, we're gonna do Christmas in July at Mallard's, which is like a bar in Moberly.
Okay.
And we're also headed to Iowa.
For Sweet Corn Festival.
Nice. All right. Man, you guys got all kinds of stuff coming up, and you're working every weekend, it seems like.
Yeah.
Okay, so that month off that you have, you gonna try to write some new stuff, or you gonna just take a break and do something other than music?
Everybody's going on vacation.
Yeah, you need to take a break sometimes.
And when we have practice, we probably will work on some new music.
Okay. All right. Well, let's play one more for the listeners here before we say goodbye. But if people want to get a hold of you, and it looks like your schedule's pretty booked coming up here, but if people want to have Concannon come play a show at their place, what's the best way to find you guys online?
Facebook.
Pretty easy, right? Just look for Concannon Band. I'm sure you do. You do Instagram too, and most of the social media stuff. If you want to find them, do you have a YouTube or anything like that?
Yeah.
Because you probably have some videos coming up now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and in fact, I think that your manager said that you're thinking of doing a video at that show at your house. I mean, that's more serious than I thought. Like actually, kind of doing like a professional video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Cool. All right. Well, good for you. Continued success. I wish you, and have a great time tonight at the show. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll stay in touch. And obviously, you guys are welcome to come down anytime, Bobby. All right. Thank you. And what do you want to hear on the next song here?
Payback.
Payback. I like it. I got a few of those in the back of my mind too. Trust me, I haven't forgotten. What do they say? Vengeance is a dish best served cold. Yeah, all right. So wait a while before you get that payback. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. Check this out. It's Concannon from their new record called Distortion. This song's called Payback. Once again, check them out at the Rose Music Hall tonight with Conman Economy and My Twins. And they're all around this summer, so make sure you keep up with them, all right? Concannon once again on the web, and this is Payback.
is broke, shattered, also kill you and to shoot. I don't really think that's how it really works. My life is hurt, brain hurt, no skill. Your heart is broke, shot dead, slow. Kill you, anti-shoot. That's your everything. That's how it really works. My heart is broke, shot dead, also kill you, anti-shoot. I don't really think that's how it really works.
Oh, yeah. There we go, man. Check it out. Concannon. Love these young men. Doing some rock and roll from right here in mid-Missouri. Check them out tonight at Rose Music Hall. Okay? They're playing with Con Man Economy and My Twins, which I don't have. Okay. So it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, and you're listening to it here, 89.5 on the dial. We're streaming on the web at kopn.org. We have members from the band Laika with us in the studio this afternoon. My old friend Rachel Kelly's here, and a bunch of ragtag, a group of, I don't know, I'm not sure how to describe them, but anyway, we got some damn good musicians in the house today. And first I will just say hello, hi.
Hi.
How you doing? Thanks for coming down this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's start over here with Charlie, all the way on my right. Hi, Charlie.
How's it going, everybody? My name's Charlie. I'm the drummer for Laika.
Charlie is the drummer for Laika. What? Give a quick little bit about your musical history and how long you've been playing the drums, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I started playing drums when I was in third grade. And I wanted to quit because my band in school, like middle school band, was really like just not rock and roll enough, you know.
Right.
And then I just had like the urge to just learn rock drums, learn punk drums, because I felt like that was my calling. And so since third grade, I've just been rock and rolling on the drums, listening to all my favorite drummers and learning from the best. So yeah, that's kind of my history right there.
I love it. Where are you from? Are you a local guy?
I'm from Oswego, Illinois. I'm actually, I'm like the only one not from Missouri.
Oswego's
here.
like northern Illinois.
Yeah,
right?
northern. Yeah, about 45 minutes outside of Chicago. So yeah, hey, shout out Oswego, all my Oswego people. So yeah.
Yeah, I got some friends up there in Wicker Park that are listening actually this afternoon, and a good friend of mine up in Naperville, and another buddy in Aurora. So
nice.
we got some listeners up
Oh yeah,
in
I've been to Aurora many times.
Oh
yeah.
You know, every big city has a crappy suburb named Aurora. It's
That's true. Yeah, and Aurora is our crappy suburb. So yeah.
Go to Denver, you'll really get it, man. Whoa. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so. And really quickly, how'd you make it here to Columbia and get hooked up with these guys and girls?
Well, yeah, so I go to Mizzou. I'm a senior at Mizzou. I'm a journalism major, political science minor. It's the best journalism school in the country, so
Certainly.
I wanted to go there. But yeah, I just got involved. I made some friends of friends, and I ended up here with these fools, and they're awesome and great, and I love playing music with them, and I'm very excited to be along for the ride, so I love you guys so much.
Very cool. All right, so Rachel Kelly, first time I met her was with well, actually, when we were still doing this program at 9 o'clock in the morning on Fridays, and you and your sister and one other young lady came and played for us, I think, right?
I think so. I think I had to get out of like middle school advisory or something.
Right. All right. But anyway, you have. I was hoping back then that you would continue playing guitar and making music, and you have, and I'm thrilled about it. Tell me a little bit about Laika and how this project kind of came together.
I originally met Nate, our lead singer and guitarist, because his house is on East Campus. So, I mean, he would just have parties, but all of us would end up leaving the party and playing music in the basement together.
Right.
So from that, I think we just kind of formed a band. And then I live like 4 houses down from him, so it's the best ever. We just have practice all the time.
How often do you guys practice?
It depends on if we have something coming up. If we have something coming up, then a lot. If we don't, definitely not as much as we should.
Okay. All right, let's scoot on over this way. We got Matt here.
Hello.
How you doing, Matt?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Good to see you again. So
Yeah.
you've been in a number of different projects along the way here. Now, are you involved with anything else other than Laika right now?
Not really right now. I played in a lot of bands in Rockbridge when I went here. I've been on your show as well, like 5 years ago with Archibald Yell / Hallam George and the Hallelujah Chorus.
That's right.
Whatever we were called then, I don't remember.
Right,
but,
right.
Yeah. Right now, this is just kind of my main cardinal. What I'm going after. So.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. Over to Nate.
What's up, guys? I'm
How
Nate.
you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good.
What's happening? So Rachel kind of gave us a little bit of background with how you and her hooked up, but let's hear your side of the story.
Yeah, so I had a different band called Paint Room and we practiced.
Great name.
Yeah, it was pretty
I like
pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah.
But we practiced. Yeah, so we practiced in our basement, and so like I have like all the sound foam. It's a nice spot. But yeah, I'd have people over, and I think Rachel was over one time when I had people over, and we were just like we wanted to jam, so we started playing. I think that was kind of close to like what the start of things were. Yeah.
And we really haven't. We talked about Charlie playing the drums. Rachel plays the guitar and sings a little bit. Matt,
I play bass.
Plays the bass.
Yeah.
Nate plays a little guitar and sings,
Yeah.
and then.
I also play guitar.
That's Julian, by the way.
And that's Julie, the other eye. All right, so, but Nate, the project you Paint Room, I mentioned that it was, I like it as a name, and before I forget, the name Laika, where'd it come from, and what's it about?
Well, Laika's the name of this dog. It was the first dog sent to space, I think, by like the Soviets.
Really? Huh.
Back in the Cold War.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I don't know. I was intrigued by the story.
That's as good a reason as any. I mean.
Don't look up what happened to the dog, though.
It's pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah.
They knew the dog was going to die. It's sad. It's a sad story.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Laika.
All in the name of science, right?
That's right.
Brave
McCarthyism.
Canine explorer.
Yeah. Well, I love it. That's a great namesake for the band. So I love it. One of these days, maybe write a song about that damn dog. How about it? Right?
We have a song called Soviet Space Dog. It's an instrumental. But,
it doesn't have any lyrics, but it captures the spirit of the dog. I think.
love it
Beautifully.
Soviet Space Dog. There's another great band name. I mean,
that was on the list.
Can't get away from it.
That was on the list of names.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Matt, let's talk a little bit about your background. You're a local guy, I think, right?
Yeah, somewhat local. I'm from the St. Louis area, so I lived there most of my life. Then I moved to Columbia for high school.
Rockbridge.
Rockbridge. Yeah, go Bruins, I guess. I was in a lot of bands there. I was in the jazz program, and then in 2019, I actually moved to Sydney to do some studying, and I was there for about 3 years overseas.
That's in Australia.
Yeah. I was overseas for 3 years during COVID and all that.
Wow, not a great time to be in Australia.
Well, actually, it ended up being a pretty good time to be in Australia.
I guess I shouldn't say.
Well, no, it's impossible to know, but definitely as an American expat, there's a lot of stress that comes along with that, like being separated from everyone. But I moved back here in 2022, the beginning thereabouts, and then met Nate through a roundabout way. Joined up the band, and then the rest is history from that summer. So.
All right. So when did actually this project when you officially say you got it going? The band's been together for what, 6 months, a year, or what?
Like a year.
About a year. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Nate, your musical background.
I guess mine's not as expansive, but I was like a piano player in like middle school and a little bit in high school. I took like a guitar class in high school, and I kept going with it. I just really wanted to always play in a band. So when I got to college, that was kind of like my goal was kind of to find some people to play music with and like learn how to play music really.
That's awesome. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Columbia.
You from Columbia?
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Are you Rockbridge or Hickman?
No, actually, I went to Tolton.
Tolton.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Yeah. All right. Now we got a few of them around here. So, yeah. All right. Fantastic. All right. Let's get over to Julian over here.
Julian.
Hi there.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. What's a little bit about your background?
Well, I grew up in Kansas City.
Okay.
I moved here a couple years ago. But I started
Just
playing,
on a whim, or what brought
for
you here?
college.
For college. You go to Mizzou?
Yeah, I started studying computer science. But I started playing guitar when I was like 5.
Wow.
And I played classical guitar until I was like 12. And then I took a break for a couple years until I decided to pick up the electric on my own accord and start playing like music that I was really into in the moment. And it got me back into music. And a couple of my friends had bands, but I didn't know enough available musicians to start a band, so I just kind of kept an eye out, especially when I moved here.
How'd you? Which one is the connection for you? And
I first met
Was it Nate?
actually. Yeah, he reached out to me like last summer, nearby this time of year, and asked if I wanted to jam and play a house show with them, and
nice.
And we went from there.
All right. Okay, what about recording music, writing music? Are these things on the horizon? Maybe you have some stuff recorded. I don't know. I guess I haven't asked. Tell me about that.
So I think we have a total of 3 singles out right now, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
No, 4.
4?
Maniac,
We have
Lean
4.
Dad, Fool.
Crystal Orchids.
So
we have 4 singles out, but we have a lot of songs. We've been playing the same set for a while now, so our summer goal is to just get that all recorded. Want to do some live recordings of it for sure. Yeah. So hopefully we'll have an album out pretty soon, or a really long EP.
Okay. All right. Where are you playing shows? What's coming up? What do you got going?
We're playing Waves Cider on June 10th.
That's a couple weeks from actually 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, a lot of good bands on that bill.
That looks like a great show. Actually, I saw the flyer that you put up this afternoon.
Yeah.
All right, that's down at the I guess down by Long. Is that arcade district? Is that where
It's to the south of downtown, I think, nearby like Nifong and Providence.
Oh, I see. Okay, not where I was thinking. All right, cool. What else? Plans for other things?
We're trying to set up a lot of St. Louis or Kansas City shows. I think we have a lot of loose dates in mind, but they will be posted.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding, Charlie.
No, and we're in talks of doing some stuff in Chicago because I'm from Illinois, and
right.
My old band, or not my old band, I'm still in this band called Karma. We played at a festival in our hometown Oswego called Prairie Fest, so I have some connections there. We might figure that out or something like that. But
sure.
If we could get some shows in Chicago, that'd be sweet.
That would be fantastic. Is there any one of you, or is it sort of a team project when it comes to like booking shows and sort of doing like the managerial stuff for the band? And they all look around.
I feel like we all kind of occupy like.
That's when you really need video, by the way. Yeah. All right, you really need to see that.
This is the first band I've been in, at least, where there's not just one person trying to do it and everyone just kind of relying on this. And I definitely think like I could be doing more for sure. But like I do see like there's efforts in everyone's. The ball's always in someone's court at some point. And that's really nice.
Right.
I wake up at like 2:00 every day this summer, and like you guys are planning stuff in the group chat, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds good, guys. Let's do that. So I could definitely be doing more.
I think also, since we're all from different areas, it's nice because different people will have different connections for different cities. And like if I work at Blue Note and Rose, then I can do that kind of stuff. So
right.
It's like a group effort, but in a good way.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to just a couple more questions, and then I'll let you guys play some more music. The background of the band, you guys all have sort of like a lot of diverse sort of stuff as far as musically. Is there an angle that you all kind of go with when you're performing or writing stuff? I mean, is like influence wise, I guess. I mean, is it more of a punk influence, or are there certain bands that you kind of like to model yourself after, perhaps, or I don't know? Just we kind of riff on that for a second.
I listen to a lot of Alex G, so
that's absolutely the big one. I would say.
I mean, definitely the way like I approach the bass lines, it's like I come from like a post-punk angle, like a lot of Russian bands like Molchat Doma and Ploho, like a lot of their.
I love Ploho.
Ploho's great, yeah, but like their bassists are just I got this like really specific dark vintage tone that I think is super cool, so I always try to emulate that.
All right, cool. Anybody else got anything?
In terms of my like drumming, how it's always been, like I kind of make that excuse because I'm not very technically proficient. I'm like I'm a feel drummer, you know, like yeah, that whole thing. But yeah, I kind of take from drummers that use a lot by using a little. So I think it's Steve Shelby from Sonic Youth, Ringo Starr, Beatles, John Bonham. You know, those drummers that make really powerful, you know, musical statements by not really doing too many flashy things.
The guy from Creedence, I forget.
Absolutely, great drummer.
Yeah. Anyway.
Great band too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well. Let's see, 4:45. How about you guys go get set up again? Take your time, and I'll go through and tell the folks about some things that are happening around town tonight and tomorrow. And then we'll let Laika play for 30 or 40 minutes if it's okay with the band and it's okay with the listeners, which I imagine it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do engineering here on the air. We can't get the vocals up quite as high as I'd like them, so I want everybody else to bring it down just a hair. Does that sound cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. We'll be back with Laika, everybody, in just a few minutes. In the meantime, I will remind you that you're listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia. And also, check out Concannon. They're down there at Rose tonight with Conman Economy and My Twins. That's going to be a fun show, and those kids are rocking it out. So I love that, all right? Okay, so let me tell you that this program is brought to you by donations from our listeners and from Socket, a locally owned internet, phone, and telecommunications provider. Socket provides residential billing with no hidden fees, contracts, or data caps. More information about Socket is available at socket.net or by calling 1-800-SOCKET-3. Socket, unusually good internet, unusually good service. All right, just like you're getting unusually good radio here, right, on KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We're streaming on the web at kopn.org. We've got Laika with us this afternoon in the studio, and I'm thrilled to have them. Great new music and musicians from right here in central Missouri. And we're going to have some live music for them in just a few minutes here. But let's see if I can't see what's happening around town on my own. By my own self here. I don't have Kurt to help me out this afternoon, but we know tonight is the Midmo Rock Collective featuring My Twins, Conman Economy, and Concannon. That's a 7 o'clock show. Doors are at, I take that back, 7 o'clock door, 8 o'clock show. All right. Tomorrow, I mentioned earlier that the Peddlers Jamboree is going on today, and there's a bunch of great music that's happening in Boonville and in Roachport. In fact, I should find that while I'm talking here. But tomorrow, the after party at Rose will feature One Way Traffic, Austin Jones, and the Barroom Billies. That's going to be the Peddlers Jamboree after party tomorrow. It's an afternoon or early evening show, I should say. 5 o'clock doors, shows at 6 o'clock. Once again, our friends, the Barroom Billies, Austin Jones, and One Way Traffic, all friends of the program here. Check them out tomorrow night at Rose. Let's see, what's happening at the Blue Note tonight? I think they're actually dark tonight. Yeah, Here Come the Mummies is the next show that is going to be happening at the Blue Note, and they're a lot of fun. If you've never seen Here Come the Mummies, that's definitely one that is worth seeing once or twice. So that is at Rose Park on June 1st. That's the next. I take that back. That's going to be a Summerfest concert that's probably going to be outside on the street on June 1st, Thursday. Okay. Once again, Here Come the Mummies. That's a Summerfest concert from the Blue Note. And next Friday at the Blue Note, we have the Pride Fest Youth Pageant. All right. What else? Let's see if we can figure out what's happening down by the river. Cooper's Landing. Cooper's Landing and the Peddlers Jamboree. I got both of them here on my list. All right, let's see. It looks like today is what, the 27th? Yeah, okay. So this afternoon, the Lonesome Companions, they're playing right now down at Cooper's. And you've got Beth Bombara who's going to be taking the stage at 6 o'clock until 9. So really cool stuff tonight at Cooper's Landing. Beth Bombara, 6 o'clock until 9. The Peddlers Jamboree, if I can find the music list here. Entertainment. There we go. Here's the music lineup. So some of these shows have actually happened earlier today, but we've got the New Respects, Ha Ha Tonka, That One Guy, One Way Traffic, the Royal Furs, again, good friends of the program here, the Comancheros, friends of ours for sure, and lots of other bands playing at the Peddlers Jamboree. The schedule is kind of all over the place because, you see, this is a bicycle tour, so there are people playing all along the bike route, and that includes McBain. In fact, early this morning, the Barroom Billies played down by the big tree at 9:30. We've got bands at Roachport all day today, Franklin later on this afternoon, Boonville tonight, Mobile Funk Unit, again, friends of ours here, Ha Ha Tonka at 7:15, Spirit of 76 at 9 o'clock. That's going to be a great fireworks show as well. And then at 9:30, the New Respects. I think there's actually a band after them. I think it's Cat Daddy's Funky Fuzz Bunker Band is going to be playing at 11 o'clock. So awesome stuff all night tonight in Boonville. And then again tomorrow morning, we've got music in New Franklin with our good friend Kyron Penrose. Kyron's going to be up early, playing at 8:30 tomorrow morning in New Franklin. Hey, Kai, man, give me a call. I feel for you. Actually, you're probably sleeping right now. So, yeah. Anyway, One Way Traffic at 10:30. That's a little bit more civilized, but still rough. And Meredith Shaw at noon at McBain. And then, of course, we have those after-hour parties at the Broadway Brewery and at Rose Music Hall tomorrow, okay? So, anyway, that's... a few things that are happening tonight. What's happening tomorrow at Cooper's? The Sunday afternoon down by the river is always nice. Looks like the Country Style Food Shack is going to be open, so you can get some good munchies down there. And then the Fried Crawdaddies, again, good friends of the program with John DiAgostino and Tony Lotvin and the gang, playing some music tomorrow from 2 o'clock until 5. And then tomorrow night at Cooper's, we've got the Bel Airs. Again, just fantastic music. And musicians from all around mid-Missouri, and we're fortunate to get to check all this stuff out. So if you know other stuff that's going on, I apologize, I haven't really gone and looked at what's happening down there at maybe the Pierpont store, and if there's a place to find information about the arcade district and the stage there, I would love someone to hit me up and inform me of what that is, because I know there are shows that are being performed down there by Logboat and down there in the new arcade district, but I honestly don't do Facebook, and I can't find any information about it. So anyway, a big thank you to Waltz Bicycle Shop, by the way, for helping out with Ped Jam. Those guys are great over there. And speaking of Waltz, Waltz VW, we got some listeners from Waltz that also do a good job of taking care of cars over there. Hey, Brian, how you doing, my brother? Okay. Yeah, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We're streaming on the web at kopn.org. I will do one thing. I do want to see what's happening at the Pierpont store, because I drove by there last week, and I was really blown away by what they've done out there. They've got a super cool area now, and there were a whole bunch of people down there. So it looks like tonight we do have live music from 5:30, and that's Brian Copeland tonight at the Pierpont store. Okay, so 443-8255. We got a few minutes before the top of the hour. If you'd like to call and say hi, if you got anything you want to chat about, or just say hello, or if you have maybe a show you want to talk about, or an event that might be coming up, we're welcome to share that stuff, help you out, okay? All right, let me tell you a little bit about some of the programs that we're going to have coming up in the next few weeks, because I'm going to wait till the top of the hour before we get this music going again. Here's my list. Yeah, oh gosh, fun next weekend. A band called Naked Basement will be here. I think John Lamb's going to be here to do some filming for us as well. So anyway, Naked Basement on the 3rd of June. The Brink Como on the 17th of June. Big news for the Brink. They won a contest a few weeks ago, and they'll be performing at the Summer Camp Festival really, that's pretty big news for that band. Good stuff for them, and good for them. The Bad Names will be with us on the 24th of June. You know, I was also supposed to have Sticky from Sticky's Cabana was going to join us on the 24th, but the local establishment and the law enforcement people, for whatever reason, they don't like Sticky's Cabana, and they have shut them down again. So I don't know exactly what's going on with Stickies, but I'm still going to try to get them on the air and tell us what's happening with their venue out there. Okay, Clayton Hicklin Band coming up sometime soon. Ray and Chaz, Second Circle Band, Soft Crisis, Nick Parr and the Selfless Lovers, Nick Danger, Bannister Tarleton. We have some regular guests that'll be joining us as usual, and so keep coming on back. All right, Open Mic Radio. We're going to bring you good stuff as long as we can do it, okay? Well, that's all I got to say for now. So I'm going to just turn it over. We're going to say we're close enough to the top of the hour to get the FCC off our back and call it KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. We are a service of the New Wave Corporation, also a 501c3, and we're always open for your support. Both physically and monetarily. You can donate to KOPN securely online anytime at kopn.org. We do fundraising events from time to time, not too often, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, but the website is open 24/7, 365, and we're always thankful and always in need of support and financial funds to keep this radio station on the air, right? And this program as well. So for all of you who do support the station and have become members over the years, I sure appreciate it. If you haven't, please consider it, okay? kopn.org. Once again, a little bit of your hard-earned greenbacks to support good radio in mid-Missouri, okay? All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Would you, Clark, let the band know we're about ready to roll here? And we're going to get back to the music here. Laika, I did find their music online, by the way. You can find Laika certainly on Spotify and on some of the other streaming platforms, but they got a few songs that have been released so far, but we've got new music on the way from Laika this summer, so we're going to let them get back to it here. Anytime you all are ready, we're going to do some music. Once again, Open Mic Radio. This is Laika on KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM.
Thank
KOPN Columbia. We'll be back with Laika right now. Top of the hour, 5 o'clock, 89.5 FM. It's KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM, Open Mic Radio. This is Laika, live in the station with us this afternoon. Keep it going, y'all.
Sweet. Okay, this next one is an original called Fool.
It sounds great. In the studio, it sounds good.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to scream Mrs. Laika in the studio with us this afternoon. You listen to it here on Open Mic Radio, KOP in Columbia. And I love you guys. It's awesome. Keep it going.
All right, we're going to do a Sheryl Crow mix.
Yeah, Sheryl Crow. She's from Missouri, man. She went to school here.
Yeah. I'm ready when you guys are.
I'm ready.
Holy cow. Rachel Kelly blasting it out there. All right. Open Mic Radio, Concannon, Columbia. We're in the studio and the station live this afternoon with Laika and really enjoying it. Hope you all are too. We're going to keep it going here and hand it back over.
Shout out East Camden. But yeah, y'all should stay tuned. We're going to be recording this summer, so hopefully by the end we'll have some stuff on some streaming services and hopefully get like a Bandcamp up or something soon.
What are we playing next?
You're listening to Laika here on KOPN Columbia 89.5
Alright, this one's
FM.
called Codependence.
Here we go.
My mom likes this song a lot. Shout out Stephanie.
For those who like Antitrust.
We're listening to Laika now on KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. It's Open Mic Radio. We get back to the band here. And the live music.
This is a cover of an Alex G song called Nah that we like a lot.
the studio.
What else? What other songs we got in the?
Whew, all right. Wow, I'm out of breath. We are rocking and rolling this afternoon here. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We're going to drag the band back in the studio here for a few minutes and chat a little bit before we get one more out of them to kind of wrap up the program. But man, oh man, actually that was the right call to get you in the studio for a few minutes. That was awesome, Matt. Love it.
Thank you,
dude. You're playing like Geddy Lee back there. I mean, just tearing it.
That's high praise, man.
I
appreciate
love
that.
it. Oh man. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. All of you. You sounded fantastic, and
thank you.
I always get a lot of feedback, and everyone says you're sounding great out there. So, awesome, love it. Dang. What else do we need to do? We haven't done our little text section with for the gearheads out there.
Of course,
right?
Of course.
Okay, so God, you should be again. You need the video to see Matt's excitement there with that one. Right? He's excited about the gearhead section. So, okay, so 3 guitar players out there. Well, 4 guitar players because bass is a guitar. But at any rate, quite a few pieces of equipment down there on the floorboards. Why don't you guys just kind of chime in and tell me a little bit about how you do it with the technology?
I guess I'll go first. Since I'm so chomping at the bit. So I, right now I'm actually playing a bass 6, which is a weird hybrid between a bass and a guitar. So it has like the string spacing of a guitar, but the scale length of like an old short scale bass. So
but 6 strings?
Yeah, 6 strings. So it's tuned like a guitar, but an octave below a guitar.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so,
all right.
That's
so are the actual physical dimensions of the strings are they thinner than regular bass strings but thicker than guitar strings?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a light gauge bass string or a ridiculously heavy gauge guitar string. I don't know how you play that.
Right. But, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. How long you been messing with that?
Oh man, I bought it kind of beaten up back about a year ago, and then I've been fixing it up. So I replaced all the electronics in it. They're all like my own, fiddling with it and all that, and then I don't know. It's been kind of a year's progress of just a fun build.
All right. And do you have any pedals or that type of stuff that you use longer, or are you just right through the amp?
Yeah. So the ones that are always on, I use diamond bass compression, turned pretty low. It's pretty subtle. I also like to use Earthquaker Devices speaker cranker, which is my overdrive. It's pretty transparent for the people who care about that kind of thing who are listening.
Right.
And then for the spacier stuff, like for the song Soviet Space Dog, I'm using a Walrus Audio Slow for the reverb and chorus.
Nice.
And then Empress Effects Ecosystem for the delay. So lots of stuff, too much stuff going on, frankly.
Very cool. Well, no, you guys, I'm always fascinated by how you can, that's a whole nother art, I guess. I mean, the one thing is the instrument, and then bringing in the different effects and stuff, man, that's a whole nother story. So, Julian, what do you use over there?
So I play in standard tuning in a Kramer Striker 84 body that I just put some pearly gates in a couple weeks ago.
Those are pickups?
Yeah. And I use a pretty standard compressor. I use a Earthquaker C machine for my chorus, and I don't really do much with the modulation. And then an Earthquaker, what is it called? Plumes, like a small signal shredder for my overdrive. And then I also have a delay pedal, which is an Electro Harmonics Canyon delay, which has kind of like an octave reverb that gives like a shimmer sound that I use in several songs.
Yeah, I heard it. I didn't know what it was, but maybe that's what I was hearing in a couple of those.
Yeah, it's a nice little sparkly, soft blanket for the sound.
Cool.
I like to play.
All right, Nate, what do you got lined up?
I used to play a Telecaster, but I just switched to. I kind of got like a Frankenstein guitar. It has like a Telecaster neck, Jazzmaster body, and then it has like 3 like gold foil.
So I've got like a guitar, and it's not called a Telecaster, but it's a Telecaster that you make yourself. You put it together, and there's a name.
Those are cool.
It's called, I can't remember what the hell the name of it is, but it's like a self-caster, but it's not it. But at any rate, but it's pretty cool. You can kind of customize it. You buy the neck, buy the pickup, just kind of put it together. But
that's the dream, yeah.
All right. So your new guitar though, that you're not playing. I mean, you're not playing a Tele anymore. What was it you're playing?
Yeah. So it's a Telecaster neck, Jazzmaster body.
Oh yeah.
I got like 3 gold foil humbuckers in there, so like really good high distortion, can kind of keep a good tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as far as like pedals, I got like I really like my Walrus Audio Fuzz pedal. It's got a bass switch on there, so really, really meaty. I got a somersault, a lo-fi modulator, which when we're playing that Midnight Trust cover is really fun to mess with because you can put different waveforms and stuff. You can mess with it forever.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Kelly, you got anything that you want to talk about? You're playing a telly, or are you playing a Strat? What are you playing?
I play this like surf green Strat that I got a lovely deal on probably like 4 years ago or something. It was like my dream guitar since I was a kid. It has custom shop pickups and like a beautiful pearly why am I forgetting it?
Finish. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. It has a weird like naked Texan lady on the back that I'll show it to you later.
That's not good for radio. Let's see the pictures. Hey, okay, so from the audience, do you name your guitars?
Yes.
Right.
Rosie is mine.
All right. Okay.
Oh, you stole it. You stole my name from my acoustic guitar I have at home. My acoustic guitar's name is Rose.
Okay, I took Rosie from a John Mayer song, so...
Fair enough.
I've always been weirded out by that whole thing. I don't know. No offense to Rachel, of course. But.
Yeah, okay.
I've only named one of my guitars, the one I actually played today.
Yeah.
And I named it Noose Jaw when I was like... I named it like 14.
Wow, that's not the one you're expecting. All right. So, Charlie, I don't want to leave you out, and because drummers have pedals too. And,
yes, we do.
And in fact, your kick drum pedal is the one that I'm interested in. What are you kicking with?
See, I have no clue because so funny story.
That's the answer I always love to get.
I
have no. I just play the thing. Man.
I usually play DW stuff because I think they're like the most like reliable, most like just kind of like long term. Like you don't. It doesn't break easy. A lot of drum stuff, but
travels well.
Yeah, exactly. But this one, I don't even know. Our friend Colin, shout out DJ Schnolk.
Schnolk.
He
Ned Schneebly and DJ Schnolk.
He lent us our drum kit, or his drum kit, because my drum kit is still in Illinois, my really good one. But this one's really good. It's been serving us well. So yeah, it's just normal cymbals, Like I in terms of tuning, like I guess I can talk about that. Like I like really tight snare drum sounds, so like that really poppy, ringy, like pop, pop, like it really, like I feel like it just gives it a lot of oomph. But yeah, and I'm deep sounding tom-toms like Dave Grohl, Nirvana kind of thing. So that's kind of where I stand with gear stuff, but I'm not the one to really ask about that.
All right, well look, we are kind of up against the clock here, so a couple more quick ones, and then we'll have you play one more on the way out of here, okay? All right, first of all, what did we miss? We need to give contact information again. Laika, you can find them, Laika. You can find them on Instagram, certainly. What's the best way to get a hold of y'all?
Well, our Instagram is at the band Laika. We're actually live streaming this right now, so funny fact.
All right, love it. So, anyway, find them, and if people want to have them play at their events or whatever, that's probably the best way to do it, is just find them online, or come see them at a show. What do we have coming up?
June 10th, we're playing at Waves Cider.
That's right.
June 17th, we should be playing at Shredfest.
Shredfest. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Hell yeah. Where is that in Columbia?
Yes.
I tell you, we got all kinds of festivals now in town here. I love it. Shredfest. That's classic. Yeah. All right. Very good. So easy to find you in the next few weeks for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll be around.
All right. Well, I've had a great time, and you guys are rocking and rolling. I love it.
Thanks
Rachel,
so much.
Thanks
awesome.
I appreciate you having us.
Yes. And hey, you and me will talk about radio opportunities off the air if you want to get involved down here, maybe, or something.
Can do.
Okay. Yeah. You'd be great. We need to get you on the air, and you can have your own show.
It's just going to be this for every day.
All right, check them out, Laika, online, and I did find your music on a couple of streams. I guess it's there on Spotify,
and Apple Music.
Yeah, and there's a few. I guess 4 songs that you guys have recorded and put up there. So once again, Laika, you can find them online and check them out. They're a lot of fun, and they're rocking and rolling here in Columbia, Missouri. And we'll be out and about quite a bit this summer, I'm sure. I hope you guys keep it going. Okay, all right. We are going to let them set up again for a minute or so. And where are we at? 5:39. Stick around for Rashumba and Reggae Party coming at you, baby. Put your dancing shoes on. All right, open yourself up a red stripe and enjoy Rashumba and a Reggae Party, the best in roots, rock, and reggae, right here in the middle of Missouri. I love it, and I love this radio station, and I appreciate all you for listening to us this afternoon. Stick around. We got one more from Laika. Hey, why don't you give me the heads up when they're ready, if you don't mind, young seller. And enjoy the Peddlers Jamboree. There's a bunch of people at the Ped Jam that are listening right now in between bands. I'm getting messages from people all over the place. And there's another one. And one more from Laika here on the way out. I look forward to having Kurt back next week. And let's see. I guess I'll come back and say goodbye before the end of the program here. But we'll get it back to Laika here. One more from this outstanding band from Columbia, Missouri. You're listening to it here, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. All right. All right, just fantastic stuff from Laika and we've had the pleasure of listening to them live this afternoon here on Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM, about 5:45 now on this lovely Saturday afternoon, 27th of May. Hope you all enjoying the afternoon. Stick around. We got Rosh and a reggae party coming at you in about 15 minutes. I'm going to wrap up things maybe a little bit early here. We'll mention once again to look for Laika online, Laika. And again, that's the name of the first dog into space, the Soviet space dog, as it were. But anyway, I love it, and hats off to the band making great music. Hope they stick around and do it for a while. Okay. So next week we've got Naked Basement, and I don't know in what fashion, but I know John Lamb. Maybe John plays with them sometimes, but at any rate. John, who plays bass with Lemon Settlement, who was here a few weeks ago, was awesome, actually. One of my favorite programs that we've done in a while. But anyway, John plays bass for Lemon Settlement. He's also a great videographer, and he's done some really cool stuff over the past year or so for us here at the station. And he'll be here doing some filming of Naked Basement next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Someone else is going to be joining us, but I forget who it is. Then we have The Brink on the 17th of June. The Bad Names, or just Bad Names. You know, you never know whether you can say the before the band's name. Like the Beatles, yeah. You say the Beatles. You don't just say, hey, it's Beatles on KOPN. But, for example, this band Bad Names, you don't say it's the Bad Names. You say it's Bad Names on KOPN. So anyway, it's one of those little tricky things you gotta know the ins and outs of it when you're a friggin' DJ. All right, it's rough stuff here, right? Because you don't want to mis-ID a band. That'll cause you all kinds of trouble these days. Trust me. Okay, so also Clayton Hicklin. I can't wait to get Clayton here, although he's a very busy performer. So I think it'll be in July sometime. All right, Second Circle Band, Soft Crisis, friend Rashad. Nick Parr and the Selfless Lovers. We've got a bunch of great people coming up over the next weeks and months, so come back and join us again, all right? And tonight, once again, Concannon performing at Rose Music Hall, and that's with the Midmo Rock Collective, a couple other bands playing tonight down there. That's Con Man Economy and My Twins. And, stuff happening down at the river. Blue Note's dark for a couple days, and, well, I guess just enjoy yourself out there, find something fun to do, and be cool to yourself, be cool to other people. And I will sign off without my partner, Kurt. I was going to play something recorded from Kurt, but I didn't take the time to do it before I got ready for the program, so that's the way it goes. I'll do this. I'll do this.
This is Love Seeds, and you're listening to Open Mic Radio.
Hey, this is Luke from Ruby Lane, and you're listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN 89.5 Columbia.
All right, there's a couple of fun ones, and I will leave you with that. And once again, stick around. Rosh and a reggae party coming at you very shortly. And come on back next week, Open Mic Radio, KOPN. We'll have Naked Basement.